5 years. From the time I was 17 till the time I was 22, I struggled. And I can remember when I was 18 years old, really feeling this pull to take my life. But I was raised in church, and I was raised that was wrong.
Yeah.
And it probably wouldn't work out too good for me eternally. And finally, I just came to the decision I was going to live my suicide. That even if I got 20 or 30 years here, that's 20 or 30 years I'm not spending in hell. And I just thought, I'm just going to prolong this as long as I can. But you can't keep that pace up very long.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. So walk us through, you were trying to commit suicide, or you thought about it?
Yeah, I struggled with that from the time I was 17 till the time I was 22. Even left the house a couple of times with intention to do it. Tried once, but I couldn't even tie a good noose. You know, it just didn't work.
Man.
I was a failure at that.
Yeah.
But after the drinking kept getting stronger and stronger, I was up to drinking a case of beer a day, a pint of whiskey at night. But I was running 100 miles a week, qualified for the Boston Marathon. I was winning races.
Wow.
But it was taking its toll on my body.
Yeah.
It was, lack of sleep because you're up partying, running twice a day, but I was drinking twice a day. You know, I'd get up and run, and I'd go to classes at University of Cincinnati, go to a bar in the afternoon and do my homework and get drunk. Work at night shift, sober up, go run 10 miles, get drunk again, and go to bed. And it was just a cycle you couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up that pace, and I struggled. When I was 21 years old, my best friend got killed running. We were training for the Boston Marathon, and just an unfortunate accident in Clifton, down by the campus. He was hit by a motorcycle. And that was the beginning of a 9-month process of God drawing me, but me trying to box with God again.
Box with God again.
You would think when you were in the hospital room and you watch the doctors disconnect your best friend from life support that you might turn from God, but I was just dumb. And about a month later, okay, that didn't work. I had a nice little jail cell for a little bit, maybe that might wake you up.
Yeah.
But no, I still wouldn't turn to God. Was sent to court-ordered rehab. That didn't work. That depressed me even more because they told me I was an alcoholic and I would always be an alcoholic. And that I could be sober, but I'd still have that disease.
Yeah.
And with the spiritual background I was raised in, something just didn't fit. And I knew that wasn't right. And so rehab depressed me. And after 3 days of being there, court ordered, I checked out, walked out. I said, the sheriff knows where to find me. I'd rather sit in a cell than listen to this. They offered me nothing. And it was sad. And so just a period of about 9 months, I struggled till finally I was just tired. And not to use a pun, but I just couldn't run anymore.
Yeah.
And I was done. And so I went about 72 hours without sleep, driving around with a 9mm under my car seat, thinking of harming other people, not just myself. And I ended up in a cemetery where my best friend is buried, the one who got killed running. And I wanted God, but I didn't think I was worthy of God. And there's a statue in that cemetery. It's still there. I've done over 100 committal services as a minister there, doing funerals. And underneath the feet of Jesus on this statue is a Matthew 11:28 quotation. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. And the statue has Jesus with his arms out. And I sat there and I cried. I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. But God will never take. And so I did some crazy things that night, ended up outrunning the police. And that next morning, about 7:30 in the morning, I went for a run. And I prayed a prayer that changed my life forever. And it wasn't a religious prayer. I didn't call God Heavenly Father. I didn't say Jesus, didn't say Master. I said, God, I'm going to die. And here's what time I'm going to die. And here's where I'm going to do it. And the only way I'll know you love me is if you stop me. I'm not telling anybody. And I gave God a time limit. I said, God, I don't want to die. But the only way I'll know that you're real and that you love me is if you stop me.